The markets are breaking right now. First, insanely to the upside. And then immediately after, back down. I've changed the crypto report sign in the background. If you watch this channel, this is typically blue. Maybe I should make it green because most of the time I'm a crypto bull, and I am a mega crypto bull. But I have been openly bearish in the short term with these tariffs. And we had just at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, the tariffs get announced, and he will be signing the documents later today. The president has officially put these tariffs into action. Reciprocal tariffs. I want to talk with you on some of the details on this and why the price of Bitcoin first shot up and then why it spilled back down. Now, my prediction on this over the last few days has basically been that the tariffs are going to be bearish and they're probably going to send the prices of crypto, the total market cap, lower. First, they shot higher, which was also in the parameters of my prediction because why? As I've been laying out on this channel for the last several days, in fact, a few weeks now, we are likely going to see some, savvy traders try to short this news because at the end of the day, the tariffs are very logically a relatively bearish event for markets. It's been the thing that has caused uncertainty in these markets for a while now. And I thought, hey, at first, our shorts, the people that are bearish on the prices, are probably going to open some positions and they're probably going to get wrecked. We'll probably shoot to the upside. And then once those shorts are squeezed, there's going to be longs that come in, and those longs are going to get wrecked, and it's exactly what's happening right now. Does it make sense? What comes next? Where are we going to go for Bitcoin? I want to lay it out for you in this video, talk about some of the things that the president came out and said during this, and in the long term, what's happening with these markets? Should I keep this sign red, or should I flip it green or back to blue? Blue is bullish. Blue is a positive color. And red is not, but I'm going to tell you guys, I'm still very positive on crypto, but in the short term, let's talk about the downside. Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. Breaking right now are these charts. Let's peek at them. What a wild, wild day we're having for the price action for Bitcoin and everything, really. We saw just in the minutes leading up to the president taking the stage, Bitcoin shoot up a whopping 2.6%, which is rather a large move. Leading into today, we had a big move. If we come back up from, where we were just the other day, April 2nd, even, this was yesterday. From yesterday on these candles right here at the bottom to where we're up to earlier at the beginning of this press conference, let's call it, this announcement, the speech from Trump, 4.8%. Now, again, this pump is not surprising to me, but look how long it lasted. 15 minutes, really, 30 minutes at most. How could this have happened? Well, again, people were anticipating the market to dip on these tariffs because there's been so much anxiety over it. So people clearly opened up short positions, and those shorts got squeezed out, which is why we had a big move to the upside. If you do not believe me, all you have to do is check this out. I'm going to get to some of my tweets here in a second because I want to lay out for you guys that I've been talking about this, and I was doubling down on my opinion here on X. If you want to follow me, I'm CryptoKip Tweets on X. Let me refresh this. Looking at the liquidations over the last hour, it says $67 million worth of Bitcoin shorts were wrecked. Looking at the short positions over the last hour, actually, $98 million worth of shorts were wrecked. If we look at this, you're seeing this is a rather large amount of shorts piling up. Now, $213 million, between yesterday and today in total. But again, over the last hour alone, $100 million of shorts were squeezed. And now there's some longs building up that are getting wrecked as well. Does this all make sense? Yes, it absolutely makes sense. Because again, the average Joe, regular folks, myself included, look at this story and understand, okay, it's a bearish event for markets. Just look at the news. Everybody's skeptical. You've been at a dinner party recently, probably heard, oh, these tariffs, oh, I don't know. Everybody's talking about them. Some people hate them. Some people are just like, optimistic about him, and some people are like optimistic about him, but like bearish. I'm like leaning towards optimistic about him for the future, and then just bearish in the short term because of just the news of it. And all this price action does make sense to me. During this speech today, the president came out and said a variety of things. First off, I mean, he announced tariffs. He led off this press conference with, I've got some very good news, the best news. We're going to have a very beautiful thing, brightest days ever, Liberation Day, the economic Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Economic Independence is what, he's labeling this as. We're obviously trying to spin it as a very positive thing. And look, in the long term, it could be, because just look at the tariffs, guys. You'll see the U.S. has been getting charged 67% tariffs by China, 39% tariffs by the European Union, 90% tariffs by Vietnam. What he's done here is he's basically cut their tariffs in half, and he's given, a reciprocal tariff of 50% of whatever they're charging us, essentially. Now, for some, he's just matched them 10%. 10% is the base, but most of these are kind of just 50%. And you could look at the list in more detail and kind of see. Here you go. Here's a full list, and you can take a peek at these, pause the video, check it out. In fact, here, I'll even repost this for you guys so you can find me, again, CryptoKip tweets on X. But as soon as he whipped out this chart and he struck the pose, this is when we kind of started to see this market. Right, basically when he whipped out this chart is when we saw these markets slip the other way. Now, could we find a floor here at 85K? Absolutely. We could. It looks like the selling has slowed down here in the short term. This is still ongoing on right now. It's wrapping up. I listened to a large majority of this speech, and he's painting it as a very optimistic thing. In this speech, he's come out and said it's going to bring manufacturing back to the U.S. We're charging reciprocal tariffs. We took it easy on them, is what he's saying. And, we're doing 50%. We could have charged them full, but he didn't want to basically wreck those countries, is what he's saying. Don't get me wrong. These are still going to hurt those countries, right? But it could hurt them enough where maybe it gets some negotiations going. And maybe some of you guys disagree with that. I'm trying to look at the bright side here, right? And there's no doubt that there's not a lot of manufacturing in the U.S., and everybody knows that manufacturing's been put overseas. And so I understand why this is coming about, and I understand why he's doing this. In the short term, though, it's causing a lot of volatility. It's been causing a lot of fear in the markets. And this price action we're having today, is not surprising. It's breaking right now. We saw this thing shoot up and shoot down. We could stop at 85K, guys. But the reality of the situation is these tariffs are going to take a while to actually be felt in the numbers, in the jobs reports, in the inflation reports, and everything. On top of that, these tariffs, now that they're getting put in place, it's going to spark a conversation now that the tariffs are real with China, with the European Union, with Vietnam, with all these countries that we're giving reciprocal tariffs for, and possibly set some negotiations forth where, what if China comes back and cuts their tariffs down to 34% and we bring ours back down to 0 or something? Or maybe we all just go to 0. That would then flip to make this a bullish narrative. But in the short term, there's still uncertainty. Things are probably going to get more expensive. Inflation could potentially get worse from this. This shouldn't be surprising to everybody. This price action is not surprising to me. And right now, we are seeing the market react. Now, let's change it back. Let's go back to the classic blue. Look at that. I can change the colors on this. We'll go back to classic blue, because this is all standard price movement on news like this. And I've been tweeting up a storm about it. I've had a very established position on this. Today I woke up, I asked people up or down. A lot of people came out, said, down, sideways, up. I'm getting a mixed signal. I know nothing anymore. Hard to predict at the moment. Going down. I want to talk about some of these other tweets I put out. Early this morning. Today is a bull trap. Put that out 6 hours ago. Guess what? Here you go. Spiking up, Sure, there's some people that open some longs. You know, you buy low, sell high, but I know some people buy high because you see momentum going and you're like, oh, I got to get in the long. I got to get in before it's too late. Well, that is a bull trap. And now the bull trap is playing out. And so it begins. I tweeted this as soon as the market started pumping. I reiterated, short squeeze first. I was laughing at sell the rumor, which is exactly what people were doing. People have been selling off from 110K Bitcoin to where we're at today on the fear of these tariffs. Sell the rumor, buy the news. I'm skeptical. I was joking. Me looking at my short positions right now. And then he whipped out the chart. Here comes your discounts. And then I retweeted this. Today is a bull trap. Do you understand? Does this make sense to you guys? Does this make sense to you? Me looking at those same short positions I was complaining about earlier. 10 minutes later. Now things are going well, so I gave the Jack Nicholson nodding gif. We've got a good read on this market. We've been in the crypto space since 2016, me and Black Sea together. These volatilities in crypto are amazing for trading. If you're on the wrong side of a trade, you're getting wrecked. You got to be cautious. If you want to do some trading, though, take advantage of this volatility, you can sign up for Blowfin using the link in the comments down below. I want to tell you guys this. I turned the sign back blue. I think that Bitcoin is going to have a tremendous run at some point in 2025. But inherently, besides the news for the day, nothing has really changed about my view of where this crypto market is at. We need to see these tariffs actually truly, the document needs to be signed later today. We need to see them get implemented. We need to see how the inflation numbers change. We need to see how the numbers change. Then we need to see the Fed come out and actually pivot. Hopefully the Fed still can pivot with these tariffs actually coming live. Maybe it's going to delay it a bit. Maybe we have more opportunities for discounts. But if you're sitting here and you're upset and you're pouting about the downward price action in the markets, then I would urge you to reevaluate your mindset when it comes to the markets. When you see dips, you should celebrate. When you see pumps, you should also celebrate. When you see volatility, you should celebrate because those are trading opportunities. If you guys want to trade with us, sign up for Blowfin down below, up to a $5,000 deposit bonus. Where are we going for Bitcoin? Maybe down to 70K. I wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised, however, to see us dip below the $70,000 level. And I'm not talking about a wick. I'm talking about daily or weekly candle closes below $70,000, which shock me. Right now, our weekly candle for total market cap is holding up. I wouldn't be surprised at this point, given where everything's sitting today after this red weekly candle we had the other day and this pump and now dump we're having in the crypto market. I still wouldn't be surprised to see the total market cap now break back down below our 2024 April highs that we saw for total market cap, which could be a big discount for altcoins coming up and a big discount for Bitcoin. Could we see a bounce at 85K? Yes, we could see a bounce here, but it is not personally the way I think it's going to play out. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving financial advice. I am buying regardless if the price is up or down. What I do is I dollar cost average each month. I take a chunk, I put it in the market. You could do that weekly. You could do that daily. You could do that bi-monthly. You could do that monthly. You could do it bi-weekly. You could do so many different things about it. But in the long run, you got to ask yourself, looking at all the issues with these economic policies and tariffs, looking at how the Fed just prints money, looking at how we have a huge debt for the US, and looking at how many people are adopting Bitcoin, there is only one direction that Bitcoin is going in the long run, and that is up. The sign is blue to end the video. That's all I have for you guys in this one. The prices are breaking now, and I think it's an opportunity. We could get more discounts. I want to know from you. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you support tariffs or do you not support tariffs? If you support them, what's your idea on the price action? If you don't support them, what's your idea on the price action? I want to hear from you guys in the comments down below. I'm keeping a very close eye on all this and the movements, making some good money doing some trading on the volatility. The shorts are playing out right now after a little bit of a scare, right? I wasn't open big leveraged positions in terms of multiple X. Anything over 10X was a wild thing to do today. Looking at like 5 and 6X longs and shorts today. Shorts were what I was doing today, and it's paying out for now. We predicted this. If you want more of our predictions, and again, not financial advice, but if you want to keep your finger on the pulse, learn about crypto, follow us here at the Crypto Report. Subscribe to the channel right now. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. DCA, HODL, 2 videos here if you want to check them out. Until next time, folks. Peace.